Imagine sitting in a house that isn't yours. The kids are, finally, asleep. The lights are off. And for the first time all night, the entire place has gone. Quiet. Not peaceful quiet. The kind of quiet where every tiny sound feels wrong. A floorboard shifts upstairs. A door settles. Air moves where it shouldn't. You tell yourself it's nothing, because the idea that someone else might already be inside the house with you feels too extreme to even consider. But that's the problem. That's how these stories always start. Someone thinks they're alone. They aren't. I'm 29 now, and I've had plenty of disturbing experiences in my life. But nothing has stayed with me the way one night from when I was 15 has. It was my first real babysitting job. A real family. A real house. Before they left, the father stopped me at the back door. "Make sure you lock both," he said. "The deadbolt is the important one." I nodded like I understood. I was 15. I thought a lock, and it was just a lock. Around 10, he came to me shaking. He said he heard scratching inside his closet. To prove it was nothing, I stood in the doorway. That's when I saw the closet door slide open, slowly. From the inside, the child started crying and pointed behind the tall laundry hamper. I followed his finger. A person was crouched there, pressed into the narrow space, watching. His eyes were bloodshot, vacant. He had been there the entire night. I grabbed the child and ran. The back door was open, the door I thought I had locked. Ajay was a strange 8-year-old. He never looked at you. He looked through you. His house always felt heavy. The third time I babysat him was the last, around 11. I felt a chill. I looked up the stairs and saw half of his face watching me. Later that night, I woke up feeling watched. There was a shape at the foot of the bed. It was AJ, standing perfectly still. Both of his hands were behind his back. I told him to show me his hands. When I grabbed his arm, the light caught the blade. A kitchen knife. He had been watching me sleep. When I called his mother, she wasn't surprised. She apologized, like she had been expecting it. When my sister asked me to watch her kids overnight, I didn't hesitate. Then my niece came downstairs crying. She asked why I'd whispered goodnight to her. I hadn't. Then my nephew said someone stood by his bed. I grabbed a knife and went upstairs slowly. From my niece's room, I heard a sound. A tall man was standing beside her bed. Too tall, too thin. He whispered, "Aren't they just so special?" I grabbed the kids and ran, barefoot, into the street. From the neighbor's porch, I watched him leave the house calmly, like he had done it before. And I still think about how long he had been inside before we noticed. If these stories felt unsettling, that's because they were real. If you have a true story you've never shared before, leave it in the comments. We read every single one. And if you want to hear more stories told calmly, without exaggeration, you can subscribe to Shadow Tales Teller. New stories are coming. Until then, double check the locks, trust your instincts, and never assume. You're the only one in the house.